Am I on the right episode? Yeah. What's up, everyone? It's another reaction to Robbing into Criminal Minds, episode number 15, season number 1, called Unfinished Business. Hopefully, it's a good episode. Hopefully, it's a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying the series. If you have, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Patreon for the full reaction, uncut episodes over there if you want them. If not, that's really cool. Episodes will be here on YouTube whenever they show up. So, previous episode was a very different style of episode. An episode that, like, was unique as hell. It was a slow pace, slow burn episode where it's about the mental, like, it was like a mental gymnastics kind of episode where Gideon and the woman and the back and forth, and you felt bad for her, but everything she was saying, you were like, you know what? The protecting of her child and his innocence and all of that, that's all great. And in the end, Gideon having to be the person that essentially he took the L. He let her take her own, like let her take this that like she was killed because of the murder. Like he accepted it because it was to him and what she said, right thing to do. I really enjoyed last episode a lot, and I'm assuming we're gonna get a very different vibe now. We're gonna go back to kind of like a more normal vibe, even though the show doesn't really have a normal vibe yet in terms of like structure. Each episode seems a little bit different, and I kind of appreciate that. But we're gonna hop in here, have a good time. Here we go.
Lock this place down. No one leaves until I talk to them.
It's actually a good way for you to know it's not like a copycat or anything. He hands you the 2 licenses, which I'm assuming the FBI, the cops never got. Because they never found him. That's actually, as far as serial killer kind of like taunting.
Flex cuffs.
Flex cuffs. No ropes?
That's what they said. They're waiting at the crime scene for you.
Copycat?
Thank you, sweetheart.
If you need
It's a copycat.
So older victims in a different mode of binding and killing.
Maybe the note just means we have a copycat on our hands.
A copycat who just happens to have Amy Jennings' driver's license?
Okay, we're being a bit extra with the flashes here. We don't have to do them that much. You know, tone it down. You did it a couple times, then you did it again. Like, I get it. At first, I was kind of into it, but now whoever's directing this episode or editing this episode is doing it a bit much. Chill that shit back.
A lot of things have changed in 20 years, including the age of the Keystone Killer.
Used to kill her. The amount of blood revealed that he had lost complete control. It was that de-evolution that eventually led to his capture.
What? Never knew that.
So you mean he's about?
I don't know much about the Ted Bundy stuff. What he said, right, Ted Bundy?
We need to be prepared for anything.
And if he is in a frenzy, there's no telling how quickly he'll fall apart.
Or how many more victims he'll take with him.
So we're gonna...
Okay.
Well, we were wrong.
You don't worry about too many cooks?
Nope.
Never knew that Ted Bundy killed a little girl. I thought it was always kind of the same motive. I always thought, never knew that.
He used a quote.
Butchered a little girl.
He used a quote from my book.
So? Maybe it's a coincidence.
This ain't your team, dog. You want to go solo? Go solo. This ain't your squad. Like, he needs to... I get he's close to the situation.
What do you
Like,
mean?
Well, is Ryan interested in catching the Keystone Killer or just proving he's right?
no.
Missed an appointment, Scott.
Oh, they send the FBI now for parole violations?
20 years?
Yeah, we run your neighborhood.
To 87, right?
Excuse me, fellas.
So 13, 15, about 15 years, right? This is like 02, 03.
Thanks.
Hutch.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, man. Give me a hand.
What?
Give me a hand.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hey! Little help!
It's okay. It's okay. We're with the FBI.
Get an ambulance right now! Move!
I'm on it.
Oh my God. We found her because we were looking for the tapes. Yo, what the hell?
Yeah, here he comes. Bring him on, and I'll call you back.
He's smiling too, this fucking asshole.
1988 in Philadelphia.
Somebody who fits the rest of the profile.
It's a lot of hospital records.
Call our girl Friday.
It's gonna take too long to do it that way.
We're releasing a profile of the man we're looking for. We're hoping that someone out there seeing this will recognize some of the elements.
Just walked in. She knows him. Right? She has to know him. She waved at that dude. Like she knows that guy.
Something debilitating enough to lose strength permanently. I'm still thinking stroke.
You know, Ryan's profile puts the unsub in his late 20s.
That's a long shot.
It's a shot. Start with 1988. If it was an accident, it stopped him in his tracks.
You know what the odds are of finding this shit though? Like,
Speak.
I need a list, sweetness.
Aw, sugar. Old and still residing in the city of brother and sisterly love.
If he's 48, that would have put him in his late 20s at the time of the killing. Just like Ryan predicted.
why would he have a stroke
Walter
at
Kern had a
his
military background.
20s?
ROTC in high school, 4 years in the Air Force.
Hospital records show that he lost mobility in his right side due to severed nerve damage to his spinal cord.
He never got the strength back.
Kern's been a
He's Philadelphia. I got you, you son of a bitch. We got him. Let's go bring him in.
Well, I don't know. It's almost too. I mean, maybe it is him though. Feels like it might be too.
Hey, Walter. Come on.
Fuck. He's the killer? Damn.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
Special Agent Jason Gideon.
Yes. After his car accident.
And did he suddenly just snap out of it for no apparent reason?
He got depressed because he couldn't kill.
What does all this mean?
Show us the room, Mrs. Kern. We got her. Sylvia Gooden's alive. We got him. Get in. I need your cuffs, man.
How do we not? I'm sorry. I couldn't be a cop.
Why don't we do this?
Because if I, or an F, like, I couldn't be one of the guys. Because if I knew that he did some stuff, it'd be hard for me not to beat his ass.
We're gonna be okay.
Like, it would be so difficult not to, like,
Just breathe.
severely hurt this man.
Just breathe.
Like,
Just breathe.
25 flights of stairs to the director's office,
Get out of
barges in, interrupting a meeting with the Attorney General himself.
The director didn't find it very funny.
we're going to talk about Elle's whole thing before? No?
You know he has no one, no family, baby.
Well, when I'm with them, I try to focus 100% of my attention there. And when I'm with you guys, I try.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 15 of Criminal Minds. I expected it to be a very different episode than the previous one, and it was. I mean, kinda. We still did have a lot of the mind games that we've had, like we had in the previous episode. But we did have that. They did the mind games thing, and trying to figure out this serial killer, very like Zodiac killer kind of guy. I thought the ending was cool, or interesting. The fact that he wasn't like picking new victims; he was finishing his story of his old victims. It's crazy, like interesting. I also thought it was cool that we got to see what this job can do to you once it's over, or when like you don't catch the guy. This guy that Gideon's known, what he became, kind of because of the killer he had. Right? He essentially his obsessive nature of this case made it so that he essentially never gave it up, lost his family essentially because he never sees them, because he's obsessed with this guy, right? And he essentially moves to the place where the crimes occurred. I mean, we just saw like how that affects Agent. And I like that L at the end is questioning like how do you do it with Hotch, and how are you able to balance it? How are you able to separate the things so well? And that's got to be the toughest thing, right? To separate these gruesome things that you see every day, to go home with your wife and your kid, and it's got to be crazy. Reed was really good this episode with his solving of stuff. The interaction with the guy that Gideon knew is interesting because like he's not great social. He's really bad when it comes to socializing with even the team here. He's a loner kind of guy, and he even talked to Gideon about it. And Gideon's kind of, we know Gideon's family's dynamic with his kid. I think it was his son. It's not great, so it's kind of interesting to see that as well. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, it was a good episode. And in the end, when the guy was like, "Oh, we're connected," it kind of reminded me a little bit of Hannibal kind of vibe, or like with like with like the serial killers that feel their connection with their cop that's trying to find them. It's interesting. But yeah, that's the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys later.